Yes all, it's Dave from Talking Wolves and welcome back to a new transfer update video. I'm probably going to be doing one of these sort of weekly now, coming up towards the January transfer window and throughout January, alongside all the rumours when they become a little bit more solid. But over the last week or so, there have been a couple of new rumours. I think there'll be loads now running in towards January. But this one seems to have quite a bit of backing to it as well. Of course, prior to Wednesday's win over Chelsea, Wolves have now got 6 points out of the last 6. But there would have been calls for Wolves to bring in at least 1 or 2 forwards in the January transfer window. And the latest one to be linked is the Japanese player Shoya Nakajima, or Shoya Nakajima, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Nakajima is currently a winger for Portimonense in Portugal. He's 24 years of age. He's a very, very pacey winger. And he's not got a bad return at all. This season scoring 5 goals from 11 games from the wing. And he's been touted by some big clubs. I believe Atletico Madrid and Dortmund were both looking at him in the summer. And there have been a few Premier League teams looking at him too. But over the last week or so, there have been plenty of reports linking Wolves with a move for Nakajima. Arbola, big paper over in Portugal, have said that Wolves are close to confirming a €20 million deal for the winger. And then a day or so later, I believe it was sort of last Wednesday or Thursday, on the Portuguese radio, their Portimonense owner had said it's 80% done. However, Talking Wolves, when we were at the Express and Star Live podcast on Thursday, we asked Express and Star correspondent Tim Spears if there was any truth in that, and he flatly, he denied it. They said there's no interest at all. However, over the weekend, obviously after Tim Spears had said that, there was an Express and Star representative at Porto versus Portimonense. It may just be a massive coincidence, but it's a bit strange after Spears had said no, it's not happening, that they've got somewhere out there looking at players. It seems like personal terms and everything have been agreed between Wolves and Nakajima, and it's just a fee that's going to be confirmed. But with him coming in, it looks like a player may have to move out, especially as now Morgan Gibbs-White looks like he's going to be adopting maybe a more attacking role with the way he was played in the false 9 at Chelsea and for part of the Newcastle game. It definitely means 1 or maybe even 2 of the current Wolves attackers may be shipped out in January. There's already been rumours of obviously Leo Bonatini leaving on a permanent deal, but the newest one that I've seen over the last day or so is Adama Traore. Adama started the game up against Newcastle, but struggled to get going, to be honest. Wolves fans very, very excited when he came in with obviously his pace and his power, but unfortunately he struggled to translate that into the Premier League with Wolves. Inconsistent minutes though per games. He's started a few matches, come on for 5 minutes in some matches, come on for 20 minutes, half an hour in others where he's impressed. But it's very rare. It's been inconsistent for Adama. There's only been 2 or 3 games where, throughout the majority of the season when you said, yeah, he's been good. He struggled throughout the majority of it. One of the big concerns for him when he signed was his end product, and he struggled to find that, to be fair, with Wolves. He's, obviously scored a fantastic goal against West Ham, but at times his positioning, his end product is lacking. But over the last day, he has been linked with a move back to his old club Middlesbrough on a loan deal. However, I saw this on Team Talk, who I don't really trust that much. I saw a few of their rumours in summer, and it wasn't brilliant, and sometimes they are on a little bit of a wind-up on Twitter. But for me, especially if Nakajima is coming in, I would not let Adama go, but definitely let him leave the club on loan. I think he does need that football. It's obvious that he's not quite ready for the Premier League yet. Middlesbrough fans love him. He obviously enjoyed his time at Middlesbrough. Pulis loves him and really did get the best out of him. If he does have a move back there, give him that help, give him that 90 minutes a week that he seriously needs. He's still a very young player, Adama Traore. And who knows, he may come back in summer after a loan deal and thrive and be a much better player. Or he may do well and Wolves may decide they don't want him and just cash in and get that money back that obviously Adama owes them. Other than that, though, there's not been major transfer news. Wolves are making some big movements over in Scandinavia, though. Wolves have a scout called Gary Goodchild. He's the head of Scandinavian scouting for Wolves, and he's brought in plenty of players or looked at plenty of players. One included John Kitolano, who came in the summer, really highly rated, but we've not seen him yet in the youth teams. But most recently, this week, in fact, it was a Norwegian paper, I'll try and say this correctly, Stavanger Aftenblad, believes that Wolves are looking to bring back 15-year-old Sondre Auckland. The midfielder currently plays for Viking. He's only 15. He's played for the under-19s team. He's already had a little trial period at Wolves earlier in the year, and he's looking to bring him back. But I'd expect us to make some big movements. A lot of these players that we're looking at in Scandinavia, we're going to be bringing into the under-23s team, really trying to bolster that up. And I think in the long run, it's good for Wolves, and financially, it'll be good for the club as well. But let me know what you think of the Nakajima rumours, of course. If you want to know a bit more about him, there's loads of videos on YouTube. He made a great assist as well. Fantastic cross against Porto. I think they lost in the end, but for their goal, Nakajima was involved in that. And again, similar to the Woolley deal, I think commercially it'd be very, very good. But I don't think he's a bad player at all. It shows a lot with some of the clubs that have already been linked with him. He's a fantastic player. I've seen Benfica and Porto fans saying they would take him. Depending on the fee. £20 million does seem a little bit steep for someone that's not really proven at a top level just yet. However, it remains to be seen. We'll be giving more rumours and updates on Shoya Nakajima if he's linked with Wolves and any other players as well. But make sure you hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. Plenty more videos, previews and reviews coming up. And I'll see you all very, very soon.